Back to Cars and Farms today. We're moving bees. Bobcat loaded up on my Bigfoot trailer here. I had to still hook it up here, don't mind that. But you can fit 3 rows of bees on the truck and up to 5 rows on the deck of this trailer. 128 hives, that's pretty good for being just a 1-ton moving bees. Get it backed up and then we'll hook it up and we'll be on our way. Now we'll get this hooked up just like that. Now it's all hooked up, ready to go. Good spot for the smoker too. Little bungee, hold it in place till we get there. Because usually when this truck's fully loaded down, they're not even placed for the smoker because I don't like putting them in the side boxes. Because I don't like dirty side boxes. But now the trailer's all hooked up, we got about an hour-and-a-half ride. So let's go ahead and get on the road, get some dinner, and then get to the bee yard before it gets dark. Made it up to Zaxby's here in Palatka. Next up will be the bee yard. And I'm gonna go get me a chicken sandwich. Make sure we're fueled up, ready to go. Well, I lied to myself. Got the tenders instead, and a nice glass of sweet tea. Should last me the rest of the night. Keep me fueled up, working hard. Well, we made it to the property with the bee yards on it. Had about 4 pallets in the backyard down here that I left from the last time I moved bees out of here. This is the second trip out of this place. And then we got a big yard up front, so we'll grab those. I think there's 25 pallets in the first yard, and then there's 4 pallets back here. So they should all fit on the truck, no problem. But let's get to the backyard here and get these loaded up. It's almost dark outside, as you can see. So you gotta load them right at dusk when all the bees come back, or during the night when they're all already back in there. I try to get the first yard put on the truck before it's completely dark, and then it kind of makes the second yard a little easier to load because it'll be completely dark then. But you know, trying to get them all loaded up and get back to the house before it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So we'll load these up, then we'll be headed back towards Umatilla, and then we'll drop them off. I got 2 yards around Umatilla area, not really in Umatilla but close to it, and we'll drop them in those yards and we'll be good to go. We'll head to the house, but let's get to the first yard and get suited up. See you there in a minute. Well, we made it to the yard. Already got the Bobcat unloaded right there. So let me walk you over here and show you the bees real quick. Only 4 pallets in this yard, but they're pretty strong. They just came off a honey flow, the gallberry flow, as you guys know. 4 pallets left in this yard. This was the second yard. You remember how big it was. You can see where all the pallets were sitting. But the bees are looking pretty good. We got good numbers. Some of them are hanging out. It's been a little hot, so really right now is the best time to move them. About 81 degrees out here. And that's great compared to the 93, 94 degree days we've been having. So this is going to be a good, easy move. They're pretty strong, but what we'll do, we'll grab these 2, stack that one up here, take those to the truck, and then stack this one on top of that one, take it to the truck, and it'll be the first row up against the headache rack on the flatbed. We'll walk you through the equipment I'm going to be using tonight so I don't get my butt stung up. Of course, we got the smoker, got some wood pellets, some old restaurant napkins to light this thing with. Didn't bring any pine straw with me. Got the hat. Check out the bee hat and veil. This is actually a ventilated suit we like to use, and then some ventilated gloves, some long gloves, just to give it a little extra protection. This is really the only time I ever wear a suit, is just for moving bees, and I don't have no one here to help me smoke. So normally someone would be out in the field smoking the bees and I'd be loading them, and they'd try to smoke them the best they could to keep them calm. But when you're doing it alone, you kind of smoke them, get back in the Bobcat, load them, and then they just start going crazy. We're gonna try to avoid getting them too angry at us and load them nice and slow, take our time. We're not in a rush. It's gonna be 2, 3 o'clock when we're done anyhow, so why rush it now? And of course, I got my S185 Bobcat here to load up the bees. I added some yellow light bars up here because the bees don't seem to attack the yellow as bad as the white, and they're magnetic. So you can kind of point them and move them any way you want. And then they run down to a single plug that plugs in right here. So whenever I'm doing brush cutting and other stuff, I can just unplug those lights, take them off, and you don't have to worry about ripping them off, because that happens a lot with these things. Let me go ahead and get suited up, light the smoker, and then let's get loading. The sun is going down. It's actually right behind the trees over there, so good time to start loading them. I didn't see any bees flying over there, so they're ready to go. Well, first we'll get out here and smoke them before I get too crazy with them. Go ahead and smoke all 4 pallets, and then we'll start loading them on the truck. Main thing is to hit all their entrances. Well, as you can see, the bees aren't too happy. They're actually attacking the phone and everything else, but they calm down pretty fast once we get some smoke back on them here. Just smoke myself. Come over here and smoke these hives. Get all these girls back inside. Like I said, it don't take too long to calm them back down. I went ahead and loaded the bobcat up. They're kind of attacking that too, so we'll go ahead and get these girls strapped down, and I'll see you at the first yard. Well, we made it to the first yard. I think there's 26 pallets in here, around about that number. So I'll go ahead and take the wires down on the fence, unplug the fence over there, and then we'll start loading them. Front to back, all the way down. Should be a good time. Gonna try to get a time lapse of all this, but it might come out just a big black screen. I don't know. You'll be able to see the yellow lights and stuff, but we'll see. I'll try to do my best here. Well, as you can see, it came out pretty good. I was picking up the hives 2 by 2. 2 pallets at a time, that is, and getting them on the truck, trying to stack them on as nice and neatly as possible. That way they just ride better. You get them up there all crooked, they're just not going to ride. And you can see where I put the bees up, and the bees flying all over the place, but as soon as you get them on the truck, get a little bit more smoke on them, they'll calm right back down. But you can see how effective it is having these yellow lights at night. I have them pretty much 360 on this thing, and I got white ones on the back for backing up on the trailer. And man, it just lights the whole yard up, and a guy could be in the yard smoking them, and he'll still be able to see when I drive away. It's really a game changer. So if you got a bobcat out there and you move bees at night, go ahead and get you some yellow lights. Try it out. You'll thank me later. Well, we got all the bees loaded. Gonna smoke them all down now. Start running straps on them. Probably put a strap in the middle, strap on the end. 2 up front, backside, backside, backside. And then 1 over the one on the back. But as you can see, the bees are flying like crazy. Not too happy about what I just did to them, but they'll be happier in the new yard. So see you when we get back in the truck. Well, we got the truck all loaded up, headed back to Umatilla now. Got about an hour and 45-minute drive. It's 10:24, so we should get there, you know, right before midnight, get it unloaded. Got 2 yards to go to. They're kind of spread apart a little bit, so we'll probably get home around maybe 2 or 3. It won't be too bad, but let's get on the ride, turn on some good country music and hit the road, make sure we get back safe. Gonna take the load nice and slow, because don't want no bees falling off. That just slows you down more. So shouldn't have no problem, but I'll see you when we get to town. Well, we made the first yard here. We're gonna unload about half of these, so it looks like we're gonna unload probably 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows off the back. Yeah, maybe 4, maybe 5 rows. But let's go ahead and get this unstrapped and start unloading them. Well, this view right here gives you a good example of what I see from inside the cab. I just had my camera mounted on the little joystick here, and you can really see the bees coming out of that top box. But it's hard to get those forks in those pallets at night without any light on it. Even with all the lights I have on this thing, I really need another light down low to shine on the forks whenever I go to stick them in the pallet. And right here you can see the small gap I got to look through to actually see the holes and line the forks up. And you can see that pallet right there was missing a lid on top. If you didn't see it, you can pause the video and go back. But yeah, sometimes the lids fly off. You can see them on the trailer back there, really. But it's just part of it. I should have a lid net on these and hold all the lids on in case something like that happens. But hey, sometimes you get in a rush and you leave that kind of stuff at the house. But I'll go ahead and unload this yard. It went pretty smooth. I didn't have any hives fall over or nothing, so that's always a good sign. And then we'll go ahead to the next one, and we're almost done. Well, we made the last yard. We got 16 more pallets to unload. We're gonna go ahead and unstrap everything and then start moving them into the yard. Getting tired, getting late. It's about 2 o'clock right now, so I'm looking forward to getting this done. Well, as you can hear in my voice, I was getting a little tired, a little done with it for the night, so went ahead and quickly unloaded this one. This was an easy yard to unload. Big, flat yard, lots of space to turn around in. But the worst thing about this yard, there was a dog on the loose the whole time I was unloading, and he was coming up close to me until I turned all these lights on, and then he said, I better not go mess with that thing. Kind of looks like a UFO. So he left me alone, and I got the yard undone, and I'm glad he did leave me alone, or he would have had a few bee stings to walk home with, that's for sure. But I got the yard done, and happy to have all the bees back close to me, so time to start feeding and treating, and you'll be seeing that coming up soon. I also got to run back up north where I picked up all these bees, and go back up there and pick up all the bare fences, and put them in boxes, get them in storage for next year so I know where everything's at, because every year I seem to lose a few things, so this year I'm going to do my best to keep it all together, keep it nice and organized, and have it ready for next year. So if you get a little disorganized, don't feel bad. We all seem to do it. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always losing something. But finished setting down the last few pallets and took a nice quiet ride to the house. Well, we just made it back. Truck's unloaded. It's 3 a.m. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Not sure how great it's going to come out, but it's first time shooting this all in the dark, so we'll see. And there's gnats flying around my face. But subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Next time, catch you later. Gonna go get a shower, go to bed. See ya. And no, I didn't notice that bee on my collar until I watched the video back the next day. Well, here's me jumping around like an idiot.